Hey guys, Ro here and welcome to this video. So this tutorial is a viewer requested video. We did a project in a prior video where we used these note cards that you get from the Dollar Tree, and we made some cute little mini journals and pockets that look like this. And so someone asked if I can make some pockets also using these note cards that are gusseted. So I made a couple different styles, and just, if you don't have the note cards for this specific project, you don't need them for these. So you can use your regular cardstock and follow along and just use the same measurements that these cards are. So that's great. But I have to say that these cards are so sturdy that it just makes your pockets much more sturdy. So, and if you haven't seen the video where we did the cute little mini junk journal and the little pockets, I will link it below so that you can see that. And we also made some of these pockets as well, but I think she wanted some that were much more roomy, and so she asked that they have gussets. So that's why we are here doing these two. So I wasn't sure which style, so we have the accordion gusset in this one, and they are much more roomy. And then we have the 1/2 inch gusset like this style with this one. So we'll just do both of them. And so just to give you an idea of what fits in these are both prototypes. I just have these past projects. I'll link them below. I won't show them in detail right now to save us time, but these are 4 small projects, I think is the name of the video, and they're just fun little things that you can stick in your junk journals, pockets obviously, and mini albums and stuff like that. So I will link that below, as well as our original Dollar Tree DIY using these note cards. So just wanted to give you an idea of what fits. So stuff's a lot of cool stuff in here. And then in this one, we have the matchbook style pocket that we made not long ago that fit here. And I just threw him in there because, you know, I wanted the other zebra to hang out with the other one. And also another pocket that I made with the note cards from the Woodland Grove collection. So I just put these in here just so you can get an idea of all the stuff that will fit, and they do fit tons of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with this one, the accordion style gusset, and then we'll move to this cute little pocket. All right, so we grab one of our note cards, and if you are not using the note cards, then your starting measurements for your cardstock would be about 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So that's if you're not using it. But for us, we're going to go ahead and cut this right down the middle, or right on the score line. Okay, and then we're going to take this over here, and we're going to score this at 3/4 of an inch. And then we'll go ahead and fold this over. Okay, so far it's going to look like this. And then now our measurements are, we want to bring it down to 4 1/4. So I'm going to trim some off. I'm going to bring it there to that 4 1/4 mark, and I'm just going to trim a little bit off. I want to do a nice even number. Okay, so now we have that so far, and this is going to be our backing that we put like this. So let's go ahead and make our 2 little accordion pieces, gussets for the sides. So for that, the way we would measure that is 4 1/4 by 2. So if you wanted your pocket to be smaller, let's just say you wanted it to be cut down to 3, then you would do your side gussets at 3 by 2. Or if you wanted them to be 3 1/2, you would do 3 1/2 by 2. So just throwing that out there in case you wanted to make a different size. But ours is 4 1/4 by 2, so that's what we're going to do. So we need 2 strips that are 4 1/4 by 2. And this one should be at 2 as well. And I'm a little short, but that's okay. I'll work with it. And then what we're going to do is just score and at a 1/2 inch or 1/2 inch increments all the way down. So we're going to go 1/2 inch, 1, 1 1/2. Same thing with this other piece. We're going to go 1/2 inch, 1, and 1 1/2. And then we're just going to go ahead, and I'm going to move through this a little bit more briefly, but make sure that, you know, you take care with folding on your score lines and make sure they're nice and neat. And then we're going to do this one. And I don't think it really matters, you know, how you fold it in first, really. You know, I think it can go either way. So All right, so now we have these two. So what we're gonna do is grab our little pocket here, and we're going to just go ahead and each one is gonna go on each side, I should say, like this. And so we want the part with the color to be on the outside and the white in the middle. So like that. And so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut this little corner off right here, just to make it a little neater. So I'm gonna cut it on this side, and I'm gonna cut it on this side. So let's see, just wanna make sure I'm cutting this right. Okay. Okay, and now we have these two pretty much ready to glue down. And then I'm trying to remember, let me just see really quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this little 1/2 inch panel right here. We're just gonna glue it down like this, and we just want the top to be straight with the top this way. And then that will be down at the bottom like that. So let's go ahead and do that. And sorry about the light. I'm actually filming in the evening, so I don't have as much sunlight right now. So hopefully that's okay. But I said I want to get this tutorial out just in case she wants to make this for like Mother's Day or something coming up or what have you. So I said I should do it while I had a little extra time. All right, and we're just going to do the same thing with the other side. And these little pieces right here are just, you know, again, my scraps. So just use, you know, whatever cardstock that you have. And we just want to make sure it's lined up even here. We don't want anything sticking out. Okay, so we kind of want to keep our little accordion gussets inside. And then all we're going to do is take this other side of our card, and just in case you're using your regular cardstock, the starting measurements are 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. All right, and so we'll put the wording on the inside so we could have white in the background, and we're just going to simply glue this down like this, and then this is going to fold up on top of it like that. Okay, so it'll look like that after we glue this part. So let's go ahead and put glue here and here. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and put this right on top. We want it all the way down to our score line right here. And just making sure that it's lined up nicely right there. Okay, just want to make sure we push that down, let the glue, and I have a little bit sticking out right here, so don't do that. Just be a little bit more careful than me right now. Just make sure nothing's sticking out like the sides. Okay, and then if you want to make this like a little pocket back here, like a little tuck spot, then I'll show you how to glue it, because you could put something in here and have a cute little tuck spot back here if you want. And this can also be covered up. Like I said, these were prototypes. I only covered the front just to give you an idea. But you can cover the back, or like you can cover it right now if you wanted to, let's just say. So let's do this so that I can give you the measurements in case you wanted to cover the back and then use that as a tuck spot. I just want to give you all the ideas. Okay, so to cover this back, it would be 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and so then you would take a sheet that's that size, cover it up, and then you can go like this, and we would only glue this side, and you would have a cute little tuck spot. If you're not worried about any of that and you want to cover it up after the fact and not show this strip down here, then we'll just move along like this. So let's go ahead and glue this down. And there we go. And now we have our cute little, and did I put a notch? I did, and I think you can go ahead and put your notch after the fact because it's so wide. So, but if you wanted to cover this up, you probably would want to cover it first. I like this design, so I'm not going to, but you would definitely just grab you a strip. You don't need any, you know, white space or border or anything. You just, the same exact measurements, 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. So let's just say this was those measurements, I would just stick it simply right on top of it, you know, glue it right on top, and then it would look like this one. And you can do the same thing to the back. Have the exact measurements, stick it right onto the back. So I hope that makes sense. But to keep this moving along, I'm just going to leave mine like this for now, and I'll go ahead and put my notch. So what I like about these projects is, like, if you like the design in front, you can keep it, and if not, it's so easy to cover it up, just like in our other video. So that is the accordion style gussets pocket like that. So now let's go ahead and make this one, this little cutie here with a 1/2 inch gusset. So for that, we'll grab another card, and I'll just use this one. And so what we're going to do is put it on this side. I'm going to put it on the white space so that you can see the score lines. And I need all the help I can get with making these straight, so I'm going to turn that around. Okay, so we're going to go 1/2 inch, 1 inch. We're going to turn it once. We're going to do the same thing. 1/2 inch, 1 inch. We're going to turn it again and do the same scores. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Okay, and now we're just going to cut out these 3 boxes right here. 1, 2, 3. So just the 3 outer boxes. We're going to cut those out real quick. And I'm going to go up here because I want this flap. Well, I'll show you right now. I cut out those 3 outside boxes, but I also want to go like this so that this flap goes in and out like that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. We're just going to cut these 3 little mini outer boxes away. And then I'm just going to do this little trim right there, so we have our 2 little flappies, so it'll look like that. So then we just go ahead and score on our lines. Okay, we've got our little flappies that go out like that, and let me just go ahead and burnish these ones as well. Did I say score? Oh, burnish. Apparently my brain stops functioning after a certain time. All right, and so we're just gonna fold this up like this so far. And now what we wanna do at this step is we wanna put a little strip across here just to hold the structure of our pocket. So let's go ahead and do that. So this measures, let's see, I didn't write down any measurements or anything with this one. I'm just freestyling it this evening. So this is 3 1/4. So we need a strip that's like 3 1/4 by about 1 inches, and it's probably good. I don't know what I did with, okay, another piece of the note card because it's so sturdy. So what did we say? 3 1/4, I believe it was. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 1. So 3 1/4, and it could be 1/2 inch or 1 inch. We just want to add some sturdiness to our pocket. So this is just going to go right, and we're going to cover this up. So it doesn't really matter what you use, but it's just going to hold the shape and form and make our pocket more sturdy. So we're going to glue that across there, and then we're going to put some glue right here and right here to just bring our little pocket together like that so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to stick glue right here and kind of go like that, and you just want to hold it and make sure that everything's lined up right here like so. And I'm going to go like this and make sure that's lined up nicely. Put that together. The glue is not sticking right now for some weird reason. All right, and I'll put my strip across the top because that will also hold it and help it glue easier. So I'm just gonna put glue here and here and go like this. Bring it together like that. And we do want to make sure that it is straight. It's going to try to kind of like go rogue on you, and just, you know, use this little strip here to force it to be the shape that we want it. Okay, so that it's like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put some more glue down here since it's acting funky with me. I'm going to hold that together like that. Okay, and so now we just want our sheet on the back to cover it up. And so that's going to be, let's see, I think this was what, 3 1/4? Yeah, 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to grab one of my scraps here. Oh no, actually this is the right way. Okay, so 3 1/4 by, oh, you know what? I want to use this one because this is the other half of the card. I got stuff all over the place, so I'm not saying anything right now, but I want to use that because it's the same material and it'll be more sturdy. So 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. I think that's what we said. And that's going to fit right there in the back. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And we probably would want to do our notch. So let me just do that now while it's still moving around a little easier. So let's see, I'm just going to eyeball that right in the front. There we go. And now we're going to put our back on there. So we'll just go all the way around like this. Not going to really put any glue in the middle. And we're going to glue that right on top of there. And we're about done, guys. Now we just, you know, cover it up, just like we did with the other one. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. All right, so to cover it, you just measure each side that you want to cover. So I'm going to cut this part off right here. Okay, just a little bit of overage there. All right, so this measures, I think I've said this like 1,000 times, huh? And I don't even remember. 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to use this one. 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm just going to cover it up like that. And I could just do my notch again right after. So that's okay. I'll go ahead and do that. Put that right on top. And you can do a junk journal theme or regular, whatever you want to use. And then to cover the back, it's going to be the same measurements. We do the exact same thing. And then the sides, these are 1/2 inch panels. So it'd be 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. So I think this one's the right size. Okay, so we'll glue that. And it'll go just like that. And I think mine's a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch. So let me fix that. Yeah, mine was much bigger. There we go. And you have any left over, if it's a little longer, you can really just fold it in like that. And that's fine too. And so you do the same thing on this side and the same thing down here. This would be 1/2 inch by 3 1/4. Okay, so that's how you cover it up. And then if you want to do another notch again, don't really need one, but I think it's cute. We can still do it even after covering it up. And then we have our notch. So that's it. We have our 2 new pockets using these Dollar Tree note cards with gussets. So we have our accordion gusset, and we have this type of gusset that's 1/2 inch, and then you can just embellish and play with it and have so much fun. And again, I'll link the other tutorials below because I know I was kind of rushing through a little bit this evening. But yeah, thank you for watching. Happy crafting, everyone, and I'll see you in our next video.